Hi, my name is Sean Cook. I'll be doing my Lab Report 3 video for Biology 250, Human Anatomy and Physiology. I'm going to go ahead and start with the skin presentation, and then I'll move into the compact bone and the bones and muscles of the head and torso. Just so you can see, I'm at my table here. I have my computer out. I just have the things that we need to go over, and then some laundry. Alright, so let's get into my drawing here. It's pretty rough because I'm no artist, but hopefully you'll get the gist of it. Alright, let's start with these layers here. So this top layer right here, let's see if I can point to it correctly, is going to be the stratum corneum, and then this second one is going to be the stratum lucidum. This one is going to be the stratum granulosum. You have the stratum spinosum, and then the stratum basal. Alright, and then you move to right here. This is a sebaceous gland right here. Alright, you have some arteries and some veins right here. This is a sweat gland. This is adipose tissue. This is a nerve here. And then you have some arteries running right here. Alright, this right here is my hair follicle. It's all the way up. And then over here, so you have the epidermis, which covers these layers here. And then the dermis covers all of this down here. Alright, so in the dermis is split into the reticular layer, and then you have the papillary layer, which is down here. You also have the hypodermis, and let's see if I covered everything. Yep, that should be pretty much it. These are just some blood vessels that run along this downside here, and then you have, yep, the hair, got a couple little hairs on there. That's about it. So I'll move right into the compact bone. Our compact bone. All right. So start here. Number 1. This is the endosteum right here. All right. Number 2, you have the nerve. Number 3 is a blood vessel. 4, you have the compact bone right here. All right, 5. 6, actually. Let's move to 6. 6 is going to be so the spongy part of the bone. 7 is the actual compact bone itself here. 8 is going to be the osteon. All right, 9, this thing right here in the osteon, that's the central canal. All right, 10. Back up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. So 10 is the periosteum. 11, that's just another nerve. 12, this is actually the central canal here again. So 13, blood vessel. 14, this is the perforating canal right here. All right, so 15, that's just another nerve. 16, that's just the spongy part of the bone. 17, you have the candicolus. I think that's how you pronounce that. And then 19, you have the osteocyte. And then 20 is sorry about if I'm butchering these names. 20 is the lacunae, or the lacunae. So yeah, you have that there. All right. And then let's get to this. All right, I'm gonna try to go over the muscles again. My phone died while recording the last part of it, so really quickly, I know there's not a whole bunch of muscles to go through, but we'll get through that really quickly. So the rectus abdominis, it's going to be your abdominal muscles. which would normally be here, but obviously we don't have any muscles on this thing, it's just bones. The next one would be the external abdominal oblique muscle. Those would be your muscles that would be right over here. What's the next one? So the rectus abdominis I already covered. The sternocleidomastoid muscle is going to be the one that's right up here. It'll be right up here. All right, and then we have the trapezius muscle, which if I turned this guy around, would be right here. All right, so that's basically all of the muscles of the torso. Thanks again for watching my video, and hopefully I covered everything I was supposed to cover. Let me open up my... All right. Got my thing here for the bones. All right, so we'll start with all of the... Move this guy over here a little bit so I can read my... If I can get him to stand up straight. All right. Losing the top of your head there, guy. All right, so I'm going to start with the bones of the head, and then we'll move down into the torso. All right, so you have the frontal bone. It's right here. You have the nasal bone. You have the, let's see, the mandible, the maxilla. You have the orbital bones here. You have the suborbital foramen here. The parietal bone is going to be here on the side. Then you have the temporal bone. It's right here. You have the sphenoid, which is going to be basically this bone in here. Make sure I don't drop my guy here. Alright, so the sphenoid bone is actually in here, and it connects in here. What else we have? The zygomatic bone is this, like the cheekbone right here. See, I got the mandible, the maxilla already. You have the intraorbital foramen right here. It's like right there next to the nose. And I think I got just about all of them. The lacrimal is going to be right inside here. That's pretty much it for the head bones. Alright, next we should be getting to the torso. Back this guy up so we can see everything. Alright, so for the torso, let's do the spine first. So the torso, we have the cervical vertebrae, and then you have the thoracic vertebrae here towards the middle, and then you have the lumbar vertebrae down at the bottom. All right, so in the cervical you have 7 vertebrae, in the thoracic you have 5 vertebrae, and in the lumbar you have 12 vertebrae. All right, and then you have the sacrum here, and the coccyx is down here at the bottom. All right, so let's turn this guy back around. All right, well, that's the top of his head, because my stand is like not wanting to work with me here. Let's see. All right. Come on, dude. All right. All right, so what else do we have here? So we have the clavicle up here. The sternum is right here. You have the pelvis pelvis is down here. And then what else? The scapula. The scapula, if I turn them back around, the scapula is right here. This is a scapula. All right. The humerus bone is here. All right. Let's talk about some of the muscles. So you have the rectus abdominis would be right here. And then you have the